players and assistant coaches by making them run laps for mistakes. Now he's ready to take off the red non-contact jersey on his quarterback, Daniel Jones, and allow him to get hit. Take a listen to Judge's explanation.
I don't think we're going to throw him in any, Royal Rumbles or anything like that. But, at some point we'll pop his pads a little bit in a controlled environment. Maybe that's with, a young guy who understands just kind of, hitting him a little bit. But I'm not in a hurry to go ahead and just beat the hell out of him, Tom. But, at some point we'll prepare his body for what he may take in the first game.
Joined now by Fox NFL analyst LeVar Aaron Thibodeau. You're up first. I know where this is going. Joe Judge being smart or reckless with Daniel Jones.
Giants fans, I apologize. 2 weeks ago, I came on air. I'm sorry. 2 weeks ago, I came on air and I said, Giants fans, that after Joe Judge was making them run laps, that y'all would go 2-14. I stand corrected. You all will go 5-11. Followed by 6-10, followed by 4-12, and Joe Judge will be fired because of nonsense like this. Oh, wow. Marcellus, I'm not a full screen king, but I can be a full screen prince. So full screen, please, of Joe Judge's introductory press conference. I have never heard more cliches. What I'm about is an old school physical mentality. We're going to put a product on the field that people in this city and region can be proud of because this team will represent this area. We will play fast. We will play downhill. We will play aggressive. What I don't even enter in that full screen is we're going to punch teams in the nose for 60 minutes. Joe Judge uttered every cliche that you can ever buy. Giants fans, I'm sorry, don't buy all the hype. Outside of the Patriots, look at the teams that have won the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs. Do you think of them as smacking people in the mouth for... No, they air raid that thing out. Philadelphia Eagles. Did you think of them, we're going to punch you in? No, they got fancy with Nick Foles out there airing that thing out. Outside of the Patriots, you don't see this Patriot Way succeeding. Where am I saying this from? Not my opinion. Not because I used to play for the Eagles. They don't cut my checks. I just keep it real with y'all because nobody else will. Look at Bill Belichick's understudies. Eric Mangini, he went 33-47. Romeo Crennel, 6-10 his first year, 28-55. Josh McDaniels, 11-17 as a head coach. Matt Patricia, 9-22, 6-10 in year one. I'm not making this up. I've read this. I've seen this story. I bought this movie ticket, and I'm not going back. The last thing I'm going to say, Giants fans, don't listen to my words. Listen to Eric Mangini, former Belichick understudy. He said himself in 2019, he said, I think one of my biggest mistakes was trying to emulate people I looked up to too much instead of incorporating things I believed in from them. Joe Judge is trying to emulate this 1970s smash mouth. I'm going to wear finger tape around every one of my joints, put eye black on, and have a kicker face bar, and we're going to smack him in the mouth. Joe Judge, Daniel Jones, your quarterback, is more important than you are. You don't need to pop his pads. A quarterback doesn't need to be physically tough. Peyton Manning, he would duck from a sack. Eli, two-time Super Bowl MVP, he would throw that thing away before you even breathed on him. Tom Brady ain't running nobody over. Your quarterback needs to be mentally tough. Here ends the lesson.
Damn. You lucky it's a pandemic because you are not allowed in New York. I know you ain't going to travel anyway, but God, Lord. I think it's reckless as well. Not to echo what he said.
You can echo it, please.
But I am going to travel a lot of the same distance as you. Look, first of all, anything that we do, coach, in activity has to apply to my craft, or I'm already looking at you side-eye, coach. Like, everything we do out there has to be in service to a greater good that's going to help me play this game. And I don't see putting your quarterback in a harmful, unnecessary, risky situation is going to help you guys go out there and win ball games. This is so reckless. I used to see coaches all the time put us through tackling drill after tackling drill. And I used to always say, because you know me, I thought I had a big brain and a big mouth, and I had some game, so I had some leverage. You ain't going to cut me. Hey, coach, I have never, ever tackled someone in the game like you keep telling me to tackle them here. When Jerome Bettis run by me, it's fight or flight. When Jerome Bettis run by me, I'm like, it's either him or me. And all you got to do is teach me, and it can be mental reps, what the proper way to do that is, and then let me go out there and just get it done. But this whole quarterback needs to now feel the pain that I did as a former D lineman. Just scan the entire offense, and you can scan the entire defense. Every single position raises their hand when it's like game time. Yeah, I know I got some hell to pay. Except receivers. Oops, I'm sorry. Did y'all watch Hard Knocks? Even receivers got to go out there and block. Even receivers got to go out there and put their hand in the fire. But quarterbacks, if everyone else does their job, on the offense, especially the offensive line. Hey, I can actually come back in this locker room without any soil on my uniform. So, Coach, Judge, what are you doing? You put me in unnecessary risk, bruh.
I think it's funny that you said Jerome Bettis was running by you.
He got me one time. My arm go this far back.
Wait, hold on, Marcellus. You didn't say as we were meeting up.
Oh, no.
I had to. You said as he was running by me. That's kind of funny.
It was that.
I took. I got you. Listen, I want to agree with you guys, and part of me agrees with you. But as ridiculous as this may seem, I'm going to say, while I don't agree with what it is that he's saying, I can understand that this man, as a coach, has a vision. And whatever, oh, man. Whatever his, oh, man.
Oh, we got you. We got you. Keep going.
Ridiculous. We got you in our vision. Oh, now you done logged off. This dude done logged off on live TV.
Good, because I got more.
You got more? Well, you know LeVar always agrees with Joe Judge. You know what I'm saying? He always trying to get that interview. So what you got? Let me hear.
Look, here's my thing, because so many Twitter trolls came at me, Marcellus, after my first statement.
The eggs.
Oh, Acho,
Eggs
you
in the
only
building.
played in the four years in the NFL. Maybe you should have been running. No. If you're in the NFL, you're already tough.
You wrong.
You feel me?
Yes.
Like, if you're in the NFL, you are already tough. You don't need to work on your toughness. You went through high school. You went through college, which is also tougher than the NFL, because college, you had real two-a-days before they honed back on that, where you putting them wet pads on still twice a day. Good to see you again, LeVar, but I'm going right now.
Maybe that was the football gods not wanting me to finish my statement.
Mess up your interviews.
I'm still going to continue with
Please.
what my thought
Take
process
the floor,
was.
son.
I told just gonna hate on New York.
the
I
floor.
ain't got it.
When you think about what a person who has a vision for a business, or just an idea of what they want to accomplish in their life, a lot of times it's reported in these stories, success stories, that in the beginning they were considered to be crazy. It was outlandish. It didn't make any sense.
Interesting.
And you know what? People were probably right. So for me, am I cutting out again?
No, we got you.
All right, here we go. So I really feel as though the way he's approaching this, whether right or wrong, is going to be an end result that justifies him. It will not be an in the moment.
That's real.
And I think that that's the biggest thing that we got to take into consideration right now, is as crazy as it may sound. And I've never seen a quarterback be made fair game. First of all, I'd be licking my chops, because I'd be so just cause I just want to go get it, right?
It's been a while.
But here we go. If this works and he changes the culture of what could be perceived to not be such a New York mentality, a New York state of mind. You think of all of the rappers and the great people that have come out of New York City. It's all based upon those cliches that Judge used. I mean, think about where Jay-Z came from. It wasn't a silver spoon. Think about Nas and all those guys and DMX. It was not from a silver spoon.
But LeVar, let me ask you this, though. LeVar, you know firsthand. A culture changes from within. Joe Judge is not in 1 month, by making players run laps, by letting Daniel Jones get hit. He's not all of a sudden going to make his entire 53, really 63, but right now 80-man roster tougher. In all honesty, we're not sure if it worked for Bill Belichick, or if Tom Brady is really the reason why all of that worked, if we keeping it 100. So Bill Belichick's road to success, we still don't know if it was because of his super tough mantra and Belichick way, or if it was because of Tom Brady who was helping lead that. So while I'm with you, I'm just like, it's in the 70s, LeVar. You feel me? Like, you don't wear your neck rolls anymore with your huge shoulder pads. And this is an NFL where the game has changed. It's an offensive league. Joe Judge has to fit that mantra.
You know what's interesting about that, your point, is that trends do repeat themselves.
They do, eventually.
They do. You will see somebody wear, I've seen stonewashed jeans as of late. I never thought I'd see stonewashed jeans. I even have seen people with the leather and suede patches on the front of their pants. On God. I never thought that trend would ever come back, but it did. And I think that when you're looking at what Joe Judge is trying to do, maybe exactly what he's saying is that all of these trends and all of these cultural shifts that have turned, what arguably is a microcosm of how soft our culture in America has become and has gotten, he's basically saying, let's go back to the core values of what made this game the game that it is now. And although you can't head slap and clothesline guys and different things like that, while it may seem crazy, and in the moment, it sounds as though it is reckless, ridiculous, and crazy. But if he changes the mentality of these guys and they believe in what it is that he's bringing their way, and it works, then on the other side of it, it's an entirely different conversation.
What's more likely, that or them going 5-11?
Well, we're not discussing whether it's more likely. We're discussing if it's his vision and it works, then we have no choice but to sit there and be like, man, whatever it is Bill Belichick did when he turned New England into what they turned into, people weren't checking for what he was saying and what he was doing. And people weren't judging him on if it was too old school versus fitting the culture of what people are used to. I've experienced this firsthand. I remember when Bruce came to Washington and Coach Schottenheimer came in on Bruce's second year. In training camp, we were doing run drills. We were doing
Bruce Smith,
the stuff being lined up, two guys,
Oklahoma
two defensive linemen in front.
Yeah, Oklahoma drill.
Oh, I did them with Marty. That's why I'm here.
And Marty had Bruce do the drill. All right. Now, Bruce made the